I think the weed god somewhere out in the sky pointed me towards Hemp House, and we got brother here. What's your name?
My name is Daniel.
Daniel, right? So Daniel, I've seen you engaging with people. You were very busy, and I waited a while. I think I might have aged like quarter of a century by now, right? So I wanted to ask you what you're doing today, and why you're here today, and what your business is, and for people that doesn't know about hemp, there's a bunch of a question, right? People don't know about hemp. Do you want to start off from there, and then give a little take about what you're doing?
Yeah. So, my name is Daniel. I run a company called Hemp House, and we provide hemp and CBD products. We can do wholesale, white label, and we can also do eco-friendly drop shipping because, our postage is all biodegradable as well. And yeah, we have a huge variety of products that we sell that are available to you, but these are our main ones right here. So we've got the vegan CBD gummies, and we've also got the capsules as well, both vegan and non-vegan. And then one of our popular ones is the hemp cigarettes as well. So, people use these for a huge amount of reasons, but really, we can start here. So the cigarettes, people use them to stop smoking tobacco.
You were saying about the cigarettes, right? So I wanted to ask you, what's so different about the cigarette itself? Because, say if I was a smoker and, I smoke like 20 pack a day or 30 pack a day, right? And I'm like at that point where I want to stop smoking. What would you say to someone who wants to use this as a alternative? What's the benefits and the advantage?
Yeah, of course. So, really the big benefit of these is it's made purely of hemp. So inside is Californian grown hemp, and there's no tobacco, no bleach, no nicotine. And the paper itself is flax paper instead of wood paper. So both of these plants grow in 4 months, and it's pure hemp.
So
flavors.
Daniel, for someone who's out there, right, my people out there who's watching this, what is hemp and why it's so much better? And what about say the chemicals, 5,000 chemicals, right? So can you just elaborate on that for the people who's watching?
Yeah, of course. So hemp, we've been using it for 10,000 years as far as we know. It probably goes back a little bit further, but it's a plant that grows in 4 months, and it's super renewable. And there's loads of different uses for it, of course, but this is just one of them. And in terms of the chemicals, so there's no, as I said, no
people. If you didn't know, right, he lived 10,000 years ago. Just letting you know, yeah, but carry on.
Selling these for 10,000 years.
Yeah, he was there like with the cavemen, like with the cave girls, hunting skulls and mammoths and stuff. But yeah, we get to that on another video, right? But carry on.
In terms of chemicals, there's no added chemicals to these. It's literally just dried out hemp, and then you go ahead and put it in the flax paper. And then you have got these little these snapper flavors there, so you can go ahead and get the strawberry or grape, or you can get menthol in there as well. It's a fully vegan one, and basically we got it in apple, pineapple, and strawberry flavors, and they're 10 milligrams each of broad spectrum.
Okay.
So they're covered in sugar as well, and they're really. I personally really like this.
So are they very similar to gummies that you eat, like, or very similar, or?
Yeah. I would say they're not super identical in the way that they kind of melt in your mouth rather than like chew. But other than that,
is it possible if I could try one, or?
Unfortunately, we can't because we haven't got the gloves.
Oh, dang.
No.
It's okay.
How's it wood?
Yeah, that's all right. No big deal. Tell me one big benefits that you get from, say using these capsules. So it's 900 milligram and there's 60 tablets, right? And each is 50 milligram.
Yeah.
So altogether is 900.
Yeah.
Right. So how much do you take, on a daily basis, and what's the benefit that you could see from this, especially for someone who might have insomnia or who might have fatigue, right? Would these be the ideal supplement for them?
Yeah. So overall, the benefit of using these compared to say a tincture oil is you've got a guaranteed dose on these, and you can just take it really, really easily. Now, in terms of how beneficial it is to you as a person, it affects the endocannabinoid system. And that's in charge of loads of different things within the body. It's the largest nervous system in the body. So anywhere from like insomnia, depression, any kind of mental and neurological, down to all the way to the muscles and all your vessels and everything. There's a huge amount of different things it affects. Well, there's 2 parts to our business. So we're a B2C company in the way that we buy the subscribe and save loyalty program. It gives you a 5% extra discount each month. And then at 6 months, that's a 30% discount on all of your CBD products. And no other, that's a loyalty program that I've never seen before. And in terms of what we could do for business is we could do the white label side of it, we could do wholesale, and we could do the eco-friendly drop shipping as well.
And so does your product out of the UK? Is it like international, or is it like, you know, where, what democracy does it cover? What part of the occasion does it cover your business, would you say?
Yeah, so we mostly operate in the UK. We mostly sell in the UK, but we do
Okay.
also get suppliers from outside the UK, and we can ship outside the UK, depending, of course, on obviously the compliance laws.
Okay. And bro, to finish off, I wanted to ask you this question, and I think, you know, because last year I went to the CBD Expo. I want to ask you, and this is going out of topic, but I'm not going on a tangent, right? I wanted to just ask you, so where do you ultimately see the hemp industry or the CBD industry, you know, progressing in the next few years? Because people say it's going to be the next 5 years, we're going to have this big, you know, legalization of marijuana. If you see, NHS has already started giving out licenses to people who have severe health conditions, such as, you know, say epilepsy and whatnot, right? So, and also greedy politicians, they are greedy, right? Theresa May's, you know, partner, husband, you know, got crops, farms, you know, lands that he has built, lands and acres, right? That he has to, when marijuana has become legalized, right? Whether it's CBD or THC, right? To profit from the market as a whole, in the UK market or international market, right? So where do you see the progression of hemp and legalization of marijuana in the UK, would you say, your take?
So, I mean, that's quite a big topic. So,
Yeah. Just break it down briefly.
I'll try and condense it.
Yeah.
So, in terms of CBD,
Mm-hmm.
the regulation is already there. We're getting better at it,
Yeah.
and we're starting to get there. So, in terms of where the THC comes in, same kind of route. We just need to have that compliance there. But the problem is, I don't see everybody just smoking around all the time anywhere, because if you go to a pub and you drink, that's fine. You're not going to get the other person accidentally drunk. But if you go to a place and you smoke, you're going to accidentally get someone who might be driving later get high. So there's going to be sort of issues around that. I think is probably the biggest thing. But once they can figure out, you know, like a smoking zone or something like that, and then we can get the compliance behind it and figure out how to tax it properly, even though it's pretty simple. But, well, I don't know about tax, but it seems like a simple effort. Once we get all of that sorted, then we can get it all pushed in. And the world's waiting for it. There are loads of people I talk to, loads of different suppliers, they really want it to happen. So it's just a waiting game.
I think it will be great because drug crime, right? You know, if you see, weed is number one Metropolitan Police, and you see the crime rates of the young people who are offending drug related charges, right? It does come from marijuana. So I think, you know, personally, like, what will be great if weed or marijuana does become legalized, because it will wipe out a lot of offenses or drug offenders, right? That was say like 5 or a few years ago, whatnot, right? So I wanted to ask, you know, so UK has become way more, you know, weed friendly, because if you see, Canada has, I think, legalized, and Amsterdam has been there for a while and stuff, and US also at the same time, right? So where do you see like the UK's progression? Do you think, just give me a number, throw me a number, how long before, you know, you think that the weed or marijuana will be legalized in the UK? Just give me a number, boy, innit?
So, I mean, it's kind of a meme with my friends, but I've always said 5 years, and every 5 years I'm still saying another 5 years. So I'm going to say 5 for now. I'm hoping it's way quicker.
Oh no, it's just been great, bro, because I think what your company's doing is great. I think people don't necessarily know about, you know, hemp cigarettes. I'm not promoting smoking, but if you're trying to stop smoking and go forward with hemp smoking, it's always a good reason, right? Especially if you're trying to stop smoking and see the adverse effect that smoking has, right? But, you know, vegan CBD gums and tablets, and to promote, you know, your health. Have a company that, you know, say really cares about people's well-being. So Daniel, you've been great. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Yes, and yeah, you know, Snoop Dogg's popping in after, you know.
No, I've got to meet you.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg's popping in. Yeah, I know you're not believing it, but it's the truth. Well, I'm joking around, bro. Thank you.
Thanks, be blessed.
Thank you. Thank you.